But now God has shown us a way to be made right with him without keeping the requirements of the law, as was promised in the writings of Moses and the prophets long ago. We are made right with God by placing our faith in Jesus Christ, and this is true for everyone who believes, no matter who we are.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bumper Sticker Wisdom. I'm Jason.
I'm John.
Brother John's going to say a quick little prayer and we'll get started.
Sir. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this time and this opportunity, and we just want to lift up anybody out there who's listening to us right now and ask that you just give them a blessing, give them a word, give them something that just motivates them to come closer to you, because we know as we draw near to you, Father, you draw near to us. We love you, Father. We thank you that you are good, you're merciful, and you're kind. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Ooh, look at that. Ooh, hat head.
Hat head. Not just hair. Head. Hat head.
Yeah.
It's been, you could tell it's been a while since we talked, because we've spent like an hour and a half almost talking today.
I was out of pocket last week.
Yeah. We did have an episode before, but it's just.
Yeah, but we missed one, made one, missed one, made one.
Yeah. So like
twice
we've had,
this month.
Had a lot of gaps in our communication. Not communication, we still stay in touch, but like actually having a conversation. That's a whole different thing.
Sit down.
Yeah. This is where we catch up once a week, pretty much.
Yeah. We talked about a couple of little things, like kind of getting into this, the reciprocating efforts from other people.
Yeah.
And in that conversation, I was sitting there thinking, oh, yeah, none of those apply to me.
That's funny.
I was, you're talking about like putting forth the effort and some people not returning it and things like that. In that, I was actually very, not to be boastful, but I was really proud of myself. I was like, yeah, I'm not that guy no more.
Yeah. I'm doing all right these days.
I'm doing all right nowadays.
Yeah. I'm getting to that point too. Like you and I were kind of talking about, or you were kind of talking about, like, for not forgoing your happiness to please all of your circle.
Yeah.
Right?
If you have to, shrink your circle.
Because at the end of the day, what you start to recognize is not everybody in your circle are those people that are in your corner actually.
Yeah, and you'd be surprised how many people that are in your circle don't care about your happiness.
Right.
So
100%. They're only worried about their own.
Your happiness is your mission. You are in control of that. 100%. You don't when people say, "Oh, they make me so happy." No. The feeling that they give you is what makes you happy. You are in charge of your own happiness, because that same person, believe it or not, can make you the most miserable person in your life. So the person is not who makes you happy.
Yeah.
It's here and here.
Yeah.
So find your happy spot and make your circle accommodate that.
Yep.
I mean, we're here. We're not here for a long time. You know what I mean?
It's a short period.
It's a very short period of time that we're here, considering the grand scheme of things. It may seem, 85 years, whatever. I don't know what the average life expectancy is now, but that may seem like a long time, but it's compared to what's out there, what awaits you when you do pass on.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing.
Right. It comes down
to. It's like
to
one fingernail clipping. Click, click.
Yeah. And that's
That's how quick.
That's it. I think what we said a little bit ago was you got to find a way to accommodate your happiness in your relationships. And we're not just talking about everybody you know. We're talking about relationships, true relationships. Because
the anchor points of who you are that help build your character. Like you have those. You have acquaintances, 100%. Which are people that you see that you're casual with, and you say, "Oh, hey, blah 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 blah."
How you doing?
But you have friends, and like friends that you call family, and those are the people that you do make the effort for, because they make the effort for you.
Right. 100%. Yep. you start to notice in life about the people that really care, the ones that really like. Look, the thing about giving a crap about somebody is it's not selfish, right? And so you'll never be jealous of them getting something that you wish you had. You'll be happy for them getting it, right?
Yeah, well,
not that you won't wish you had it.
If you're real, if you're being real with yourself and real with others,
yeah, 100%.
Are you going to be that way or are you not? Because if you're not, then that is not your boy, or that is not your friend, or that is not your brother or your sister, or your, you know what I mean? Like, you don't care about them that way. If you're not happy for them, when they come up and you're just instantly bashing them, like, oh man, how's such a piece of shit get that?
Yeah.
Why is everything good's always happening to this dude?
How come I can't have that?
Yeah, how come every time you turn around, this chick's always got all this stuff good going on for her? If that's how you think, then you have the wrong mentality. And I have, not even gonna lie, I've been guilty of that in a much less mature point in my life.
Of course.
With people that I don't even associate with anymore. You know what I mean?
I'd be lying if I didn't say that I had some of that myself. Like, at some point in my
life, coming up in high school, and you're like, yeah, that freaking douche get all this. Like, oh, hell. You know what I mean? I don't know their story. You know, I mean, I'm judging somebody based on what they get, and I don't know how they got that. And, you know, their dad may have been killed, and it was a settlement, and that's how they got that new car. Or, you know what I mean? Yeah. Their grandma may have passed away or whatever, and there was a little bit of settlement there. That's how they got these new clothes. I don't know what's going on. You know, I don't understand all that. But as a kid, the less mature side, less mature side of you doesn't understand how things may have happened.
The reality of
how
what
things
could
may have
be.
unfolded. Yeah,
right. But when you care about somebody, you're pulling for them, right?
Oh,
and
100%.
so when you see them get blessed, you're like, man, I'm so glad, because I see all the work they put into it. I see all the effort. You know what I mean? I'm so happy to see them see and realize the success of the effort. You know what I mean? Because look, there's a lot of things we put effort into that there's really not a lot of payback, right?
What are we doing right now?
I didn't mean to put it like that, but
this is a prime example.
Yeah, it's a prime example.
100% a prime example. We get together weekly to do this. 117 weeks straight?
It was 119 straight before we missed one.
119 straight before we missed one. I have missed several, but you have not missed one.
Yeah.
But we've gone that many in a row without, sacrifice life events to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't get paid.
No.
Nothing. We do get paid in the kingdom of heaven, hopefully, do God's works and you will be rewarded, that kind of situation. But that's not a quote that I got from anybody. That's just some shit I pulled out of my own head and just kind of put one together.
At the end of the day, we're just praying that we're helping somebody.
Yeah, that was the whole, we started this with the goal of, if it helps one person, we've done our job.
Yeah.
Maybe that person's still listening. Maybe that's why we're still doing it. It's because it's still helping that one. I don't know. I don't know that. I don't study the analytics. I don't want to know the analytics because it's depressing.
I'm not going to give you the analytics because I haven't looked in a long time, but I did yesterday for the first time in a while. We're having the best 30-day stretch that I've ever seen from an RSS.com perspective. 270 plays in 30 days.
30-day fiance success or...
Okay, so I've seen us go 30 days
like
and
a
get
30-day subscription of OnlyFans success. Like, what kind of success are we talking?
No success, just a matter of people playing the show, right? From an RSS.com perspective, it's 200. When I looked at it yesterday for the first time in I don't know how long, it was 272 plays in the last 30 days, and that's 30 days. It's like current. So today it would be minus a day before, but add a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's the most current 30 days. That's roughly 9 plays a day for 30 days. That's not a lot, but we've never had a stretch where we were that high numbered. Like it showed the percentage was like 275% higher than
average,
our average 30-day stretch. So that's a pretty good number, right? Like I felt good about that. I was like, hey, that's cool. That's cool. Now,
Well, the cool thing about that is not the extreme like outburst of plays. Like we want the escalator effect. We don't want the elevator effect. You know what I mean? You want
I
the
don't want to get to the
slow,
top
steady.
instantly,
You don't want to be. You want the slow, steady. It's kind of a humbling feeling to put forth the effort and then, feel like, because dude, I'm telling you, sometimes it's like, man,
why?
Yeah. Anybody listen? Does anybody do anything?
Oh man.
But like
you ain't lying.
We were talking beforehand about the power of our tongues.
Yep.
And actually the
Bible
roulette that
check this scripture, just it's got to hang into it because
okay, so this is how it starts. Do any of you want to live a life that is long and good? Long and good.
Yes.
Then watch your tongue.
That's the first one.
Watch your tongue.
Watch your tongue. Okay,
how we sit and we piss and bitch and moan. Yeah. Keep your lips from telling lies.
Lips, that's the second part of saying words. Because you can't pronounce words without your lips.
Yeah. Yeah.
And tongue.
Dude, okay.
The last thing is your vocal cords. Does it have anything about that?
So no. It says, turn away from evil and do good. Work hard at living in peace with others.
Ooh.
So when we were talking about this, we were talking about the combative part of it.
Yeah.
God, man, y'all get y'all together.
Yeah.
Okay. First and foremost, this right here is already starting it out all wrong. And then you're not living at peace with other people. Like you're being combative, like the combative aspect of it. Dude, take all that out of the equation and start over and take a peek, because as savage as Jesus was, he never took that approach. He never took the combative. He always killed you with your own words.
Yeah.
Like the parables and the kindness. And even when everybody always tried to catch him in something, get him to say something that they believe to be asinine, when he should have just been, look, bitch, I'm Christ.
Yeah.
I am the Son of God.
Because I said so, Mom.
And I can smite ye with my mighty smiters. And his angels could have come down and clapped their angel wings and turned the earth into rubble immediately. And it could have been that easy. And he could have not had to have gone and faced such a terrible death on the cross and the torture and the punishment. But he didn't.
Yeah.
He did that for us. But he could have.
Yeah.
And then what would the Bible look like? Because then it'd be a whole bunch of wrath and all these things that he came to. And that's not the way that God wants us to be.
No.
He wants us to love each other.
You know what it would be? It would be, have you ever watched, yeah, you have, many movies about a post-apocalyptic time in history. It's just movies. Of course, these are made-up stories, but it's always led by fear.
Yeah.
Right? What you're talking about, if Christ had not done what he did, that's a God who is leading with fear.
Yeah.
And keeping us afraid. And the only reason we comply is because we were afraid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Jesus did it out of love. He protected us from our punishment because he loved us, because he didn't want us to be afraid. He wanted us to be willing to look. Again, we talked last time and many times about how the disciples paid dearly for their faith, right? And that could be the possibility at some point for us as followers. Again, it could happen.
We've also talked about how we feel like sometimes that's the only way we're going to get into heaven.
Yeah. Why? Because all we focus on is the things that we're doing wrong.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what did the scripture say when we started the show? It's all who believe in Christ, no matter who we are.
Yeah.
No matter who we are, not by the law.
When you were talking about a God that's leading in fear, that creates the people. When I told you that you use your faith and your relationship as an insurance policy, rather than a true relationship. Like you're like, oh man, I gotta hit my knees and pray.
Yeah,
I gotta get in my Bible. Which sometimes that's how I feel like I am. I'm like, oh man, I ain't done it in a while, man. I gotta do this. I gotta hammer this out.
Look,
that's not what it is. You don't use it as an insurance policy. You use it as a relationship.
100%. God doesn't want.
No.
God doesn't want.
He doesn't want to scare you. He didn't want to use scare tactics. I mean, because if that's that takes free will out of the equation.
He could do that right now, instantly, easy. You know what I mean? Instantly, right?
Come to me now.
Here the last couple of weeks, because you and I've been doing this Bible thing for a while, and last few weeks it's been a little bit hit or miss for both of us, and for a lot of different reasons. You know what I mean? And we can always come up with reasons why. And I caught myself
not making it a priority, to be honest.
Exactly. Exactly.
If you want to do it, I mean, how many times have you wanted to do something this week and you did it? You know how many times I wanted to go ride and I did it?
Every single time, right?
You know how many times I wanted to make me a freaking sandwich and I did it?
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same.
That's exactly what we were talking about. It's exactly the point I was trying to make. It's like, we talked about motorcycle stuff, right? And like, I was like, I kept finding that I kept feeling like I didn't have the time. You make time for the shit you want to do.
Yeah.
If you really want it that bad, you will make the time to do it. That's the end of the story, right?
You know what will make you re-center your focus?
Getting on a motorcycle.
Well, yes, but you know what will refocus all of that is that aha moment when there's one thing that stands out, and it just happens. I mean, like, not even gonna BS you. It happened to me yesterday. It was like, dang, we talked date night. It's like, we really need to do date night this week. And that very instant, it clicked. And it's like, that's the most favorite thing I do in the world ever.
Yeah.
I'd give up going to ride for date night. I would do that for date night. I wouldn't choose that over date night. That date night is like, that's when we have our personal time. There's no distractions. There's no dogs. There's no bills. There's no nothing. It's date night. We focus on each other. It's fun. It's one of those moments that at the end of the night, it's like, we should do that more often. It's never like, can't believe I did that with you. You know what I mean? So
100%.
Find that one thing that I'm sure you're pretty much the same as me. My spouse is the one that brings that out in me.
She is my best friend. And my favorite times, the things that make me the most at peace don't involve going somewhere else. It really does involve being in our space at home. And I know that, everybody's a little
date night
different.
Doesn't have to be somewhere else.
Right, exactly. That's exactly the point I was trying to make, right?
It's not always somewhere else. We've done when we first started doing date nights, we would just do it. I think it was every Wednesday when we first started doing it. I can't tell you how many times it was in our kitchen. Yeah. But everything was centered around us.
Yeah. Remember March Madness, right? Finally bought a propane fire pit to put on the porch. This is why we started thinking about expanding the porch and doing all this stuff and all that. Like, bro, the most at peace that I've been in a minute is doing exactly like that. Sitting on that porch with my wife, watching basketball with a fire going, smoking a cigar and a glass of whiskey, dude. Like, I don't know what to tell anybody else. It may not be your happiness, but bro,
that's mine.
I felt more at peace
but that's
than
the
anything.
Thing is, it doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whose happiness it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this. When you're 67 years old, are you going to be retired?
Probably not.
No?
I hope so.
Okay.
I really do.
70 years old, are you going to be retired?
I pray to God, yeah.
Okay.
67 is when I'm supposed to be retired, so yes.
Let's hypothetically speaking, you're 67 years old and you're ready to retire. Where are you going to want to be? With your wife.
Yeah.
At your house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sitting on that porch.
It's like an internal programming.
Yeah, it's like we're preparing for that day.
The older you get, and like I said, in our little pre-show conversation.
Yeah.
I talked about how back then my circle was so broad, like my circle was huge.
Yeah.
That it was so big, in fact, that it kept me so busy that I never found time for myself to make myself happy.
Right.
And I bounced around and did everything for everyone else. And I did all this stuff and I never focused on myself. And now I'm at that age where the things that make me happy are what I'm going to focus on. I'm not going to waste my time bouncing around and chasing and doing and all this other crap for people, or for not necessarily for people, or for circumstances that don't bring me happiness or peace.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to go, if I happen to stop and do something for somebody and it helps them, and that's going to bring me joy, that's going to bring me peace, that's going to bring me happiness.
Right.
But I'm not going to go out of my way to help people that I don't have a good relationship with or whatever. Mm-hmm. And, you know, the masters of time suckage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're talking about people that you already have a relationship with.
Yeah.
Who are really
worthy of, you know, you know, if I'm in dire straits, they're going to help me. If you're in dire straits, I'm going to help you.
100%.
Those kind of people.
Yeah.
I'm talking like the acquaintances, the people that you see, you have a relationship with, but you don't have a relationship with, that, oh, hey, man, can you come help me with this? No. No, my time's too valuable for that now. Yeah. As I'm getting older, I'm like, no, I mean, I can, you know, I might want to hang out with one of my kids. I might want to go, you know, help one of my kids hang up shelves. I might want to, you know, I mean, something, whatever the case may be. I might want to go see my granddaughter.
Yeah.
I might want to go ride over to see my dad.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to waste that time anymore. Like, I'm getting to the age now where all the small things that matter are not small things anymore. It's like,
yeah,
these things are huge to me now. You know,
I don't want to bring this up again because it seems to continue to be a theme, but the taking stuff for granted thing, right? Like, that's what you're talking about, taking advantage of those things rather than taking them for granted, right? It's like making them important rather than taking it for granted. And it's obviously a theme in life for both of us.
It's gotten
lately.
Real intense for me over the last 2 years, like real intense for me over the last 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's been like I don't know how to say this without saying it. Like, let's just take feelings out of it. Let's take the human aspect out of it. My circle is shrinking to fit my needs now. Not necessarily, I'm not like holding on to relationships or things like that, like trying to drag them with my circle. It's just like, man, it's happening. It's happening naturally.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
Yeah. They call it natural attrition.
Yeah.
Right? When you start.
Dude, I'm evolving.
Yeah. Right. I'm evolving in the opposite way because I've always had like a very closed circle, right? I don't have a lot of people in it, and I've expanded my circle, but I still am uncomfortable with it.
Okay, but here's the difference. Okay, 4 to 6 is not expanding your circle. Metal grows that when you heat it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can put a torch to a railroad track and it'll grow 2 inches. You know what I'm saying? This is not this. I like when you go through something. Let's be real. When you jump from 5 friends to 20, that's a huge. That's making some effort into expand your circle.
I went from 0 to 3.
Okay, that's nothing. That's like getting out of a cold swimming pool and getting in a hot tub. It ain't very long, but it sure is skinny.
It's skinny, yeah.
But anyways,
spaghetti strap.
when you think about, and when I say the circle shrinking, I'm not talking about like, oh my God, this thing's collapsing. I'm talking about, in my circle, there was other things, not just necessarily people. There was other things that sucked up my time.
Yeah.
That don't anymore.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And everybody knows on the show, everybody that knows me in real life knows that I was a addict. I was a drug addict. I was an intense drug addict. That's not in my circle anymore. Let me just tell you how much that shrunk my circle.
Yeah.
I mean, the circle went from being, 9,000, I don't know, pi, however you describe a radius. A radius of, let's say, 9,000 feet to a radius of 3 feet.
Yeah.
or a circumference of 3 feet, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's how intense that was, because you look at all the people and all the things that are in that area of life. That is a whole nother animal. You want to talk about knowing people? I knew more people. I felt like I was a celebrity when I walked in places sometimes then. I was like, and we're all crackheads. Oh, man.
You're well known, but not by the right crowd.
Joe. Look at old Toothless Joe. Hey,
That's
man,
funny.
get over here. When was the last time you brushed your teeth? No, I'm just kidding. But I did have that kind of, that's how that felt. Like you'd be surprised. I mean, like in that kind of, in that realm of life, you would really be surprised how many people you know, because you're like, oh man, I remember him. Oh, I remember him. Oh, I remember her. I remember her.
Oh yeah.
Like
you'll be like,
you're at the dope man's house and you see all these people and just like, But then when you see them out in public, they all want to be your friend. They all want to try to, hey man, hey, how's it going? Blah, 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 blah.
Hey, you remember me?
Yeah. No. And then, so cut that out of your life. And I lost like
A lot.
100 acquaintances in a day.
Let me ask you this. So when it comes to like, okay, circle trunk, we've talked many times about like reaching out, you know what I mean? And like how we need to reach out, and especially as men, like we're not real good at that and things like this is an ongoing conversation that will go on until probably the day we die. What is it that keeps us from doing that? Like
Reaching out?
Yeah. At times I feel like sometimes it's because I think everybody's a little bit different. For me, it's like not wanting to be a burden or an inconvenience, right? Like I don't want to reach out, and it's like, and that might just be a fear of rejection.
Pull up TikTok.
Okay.
Tony Robbins.
Man, Tony Robbins has been doing this a long time. You know that? He was when I was a kid.
Yeah. I know. He was in Shallow Hal. Remember, he puts his hands on him. He's like, easy banana hands. his fingers are like this long. And it's he's a man, or he's better. He does it better than you. He's a man, or something like that. Really, it might be. I just seen it not too long ago. I mean, it was.
Let's see.
He's a man. Yeah.
Let's see what this pulls up. Maybe you'll see
That one.
this one.
Yep. Okay, listen to now this before you start this. This is based on a relationship, but how he sums it up at the end is exactly why men don't reach out.
Okay.
Now, what did you do to your ex-husband that led to that relationship ending?
I probably withdrew love from him, but he hurts me.
And you hurt him.
Yeah, I guess I do. He doesn't seem like he cares, though. It doesn't even seem like it affects him.
Of course he doesn't. Same strategy you use. He's just better at it because he's a man. He has no one to talk to about it, so he won't.
He doesn't talk about
Right
anything.
Right there. He doesn't talk about anything. That's how we're programmed as men. That's the sad part about it.
Yeah.
Of course he acts like that. He's just better at it than you.
Yeah. He's practiced.
Because he's a man.
Yeah.
He has no one to talk to. That's why.
Yeah.
We're trained our entire lives. Suck it up. Be a man. Suck it up. That's as kids. Come on, be a man. Suck it up.
Yeah.
There's no crying in baseball. You know what I mean? Like just BS lines, but it's things that as little boys we are brought up hearing.
Yeah. And on some level.
And then everybody wants to know, well, how come he didn't talk to somebody? We're taught our whole lives not to talk.
Yeah. It definitely is. It definitely is that, for sure. And we're in this weird time in history now where it's like
just
just an
just a
FYI.
preview of what I'm needing here.
Just an FYI, I'm thirsty right now. I got you. He's pouring water out of a cactus right now. So we're at this weird time in history where it's like we're supposed to be both, right? We're supposed to be this savage who can shut off the world and protect everybody that we love and all that. And then we're also supposed to be this sensitive flower that, and look, I think
it's unrealistic attainable goals is what it is.
Yeah. I think on some level, like, look,
it's one or the other.
There is a level of dialing it back as far as that masculinity part, right? Like, I understand that.
Okay, but let me ask you this. In a world that you're considered feminine, if you express yourself, are you in this same world, masculinity is dying at an all-time rate.
Yeah.
Now it's called toxic masculinity. Back then it was just called handling your business.
Yeah.
You're telling me that we should dial it back? I don't think so. I think, me personally, I think the protecting your family by all means necessary and the raising your kids to be gentlemen and ladies and this kind of thing, that's not toxic masculinity. It's in dire straits. We need it as a nation.
I 100% agree with you. What I'm talking about is like, it's for generation after generation, we pretended like men don't have feelings, and that's not right, because we do have feelings.
We do have feelings.
Right? And we should have the freedom to sit around a campfire and freaking let it out occasionally. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying live it that way all the time.
But that goes back to the reaching out.
Right.
The campfire amongst your buddies and talk about your problems, that's one thing.
Yeah.
The campfire amongst your kids and your spouse talking about your problems is a total no-go.
Never. I would never. I don't do that.
Total no-go.
No.
You can't do that.
No.
You can't, one, protect them from your stress and your struggles.
100%.
Because
that's what we do.
As the leader of the house, you can affect the entire house by one sentence, one thing, one action, one attitude. You can totally destroy the whole mood of a household.
Exactly. I was going to say, you don't even got to say anything.
Yeah, with your buddies, man, they're going to be like, right? Or they're going to be like, dude, you're a douche, man. Suck it up. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's probably going to be, I can't tell you how many times I've brought something up to somebody that has been feeling the same way. Like, right? Yeah. But you never do that in front of your spouse or your children.
Right. And I agree with that. I do. I 100%.
So the dial it
that.
back thing, yes, I agree. In the right circumstances.
Right. So my thing is like, okay, so I would ask the world, I would ask every female, every man, who would you rather be caught in a dark alley with? Me or the other guy that's constantly sharing his feelings and, gets his nails manicured and does all that kind of stuff? Like,
can I tell you?
I mean, you know what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know how to express it exactly. I don't have an example.
Let me just put it this way. I am the one that, not because I'm a fighter, not because I'm a badass, but because my 2A talks all day. You know what I mean? I have that thing with me everywhere I go.
Yeah.
So anybody that is going to try to do something to anyone in my family, look, I have one hidden in just about every single orifice of my house.
Yeah.
There is one within arm's reach in 10 seconds, no matter where you're at in my house. That's number one.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with me being, oh man, I'm black belt karate guy, or I'm Mr. UFC, or I'm any of that. I'm none of those. I'm none of those things. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend and be a poser. I am not that guy. Talked about me being at the age where I do things that make me happy. Fighting does not make me happy, so I will avoid it at all costs.
I'm going to avoid it at all costs.
Let me tell you what's going to happen if it gets to that point. I'm not going to fight with you. I'm going to turn you. I'm going to give you a Bluetooth freaking sunroof in the side of your dome. Is what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to let a jury of freaking 12 judge me.
Yeah.
You're not going to harm my family. I'm sorry.
No. I 100% agree with that. I do. Look, man, I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to kill anybody. I don't want to shoot anybody. I don't.
It's a wireless hole punch. That's where I was going
He
with
said
that.
a Bluetooth sunroof.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit you with the wireless hole punch. Is what I'm gonna do.
I don't want to aim a firearm at anybody and fire
I don't
on
either.
anybody.
And
I don't.
I'm not saying that I would be excited about it. I would be devastated if I had to do that. But you're not going to hurt my family. You are not going to. I don't care the circumstances. I may die in the process of doing that, and I'm cool with that. But I'm at least going to do every single thing that I can.
Right.
And there's going to be some people out there that say, this is the problem with firearms and the the open carry, especially here in the state of Texas. It's not like I do not. No one knows I have it. No one ever will know I have it until I have to use it.
Yeah.
I will never show it to somebody unless I'm going to use it.
Yeah. There's a whole lot less FAFO going on in Texas and in states like us than there are in
because they
others.
know. Because they know.
Because they know there's a chance.
Yeah.
Like, if you walk in with a firearm, guess what? There's 14 other dudes with firearms, right? And not that it doesn't happen and not that it won't happen. I don't.
There's always a possibility. There's always a possibility. But when you ask, like, who would you want to be caught in a dark alley with? Like, when you talk about relationships, like your friends or your family or your spouse or whatever.
Yeah.
I promise you, my wife is going to want to be with me in a dark alley if something pops off, because she knows.
Yeah.
I'm not. Like I said, I'm not. No, Captain UFC. It's been a long time since I got in a fight, dude.
Me too.
And right now I don't care about anything other than my back. I'm like, I don't even golf because I worry about twisting my back.
Too.
You think I'm going to throw a punch?
Yeah.
No.
But at the end of the day, of course, you're carrying a firearm, I'm not, right? The only thing I have on me is I'm willing to fight to the death.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Well, that,
and
of
you
course.
would too.
Yes, of
right?
course.
So would you rather be caught? Would you rather be caught walking down a dark alley with me or with someone else that's not willing to do that? That's just like,
yeah,
confrontation. Yeah. Come on, man. Look, I'm not a badass either. I'm probably gonna die. That's my problem because I've only got one in me. You know what I mean? Because I'm not carrying a firearm. I got one chance. If I don't put this dude to sleep in one chance, I'm dead. As long as you're safe, but I'm cool with that as long as you're safe, right? Yeah. Like, as long as my wife is safe, my family's safe, the people I'm trying to protect.
That's toxic masculinity now, and it's not.
No,
Bro,
it's not. It's called.
You know how many
being a
people
man.
freak out because kids are riding dirt bikes and stuff like that? Like, okay, listen.
I understand having apprehension and being scared of things because bad things do happen, man.
Bad things do happen, but bro, good things happen too.
Hey, life's a risk, carnal.
A lot of good things happen when you take a risk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. A lot of good things happen when you take a risk. It's not always bad. It's not always bad news, you know?
Every scary thing is a lot less scary once you've done it, right? So I have a lot of nervous tension about me wanting to try to ride a motorcycle. There's a lot of nervous energy in me over that. That's because I have no clue about it. I don't understand it. I know that if I did it one time, all of that would fade quickly. Yeah. Why? Because I'm not stupid. I don't take unnecessary risks, right? I know how to balance myself. I know how to do all those kinds of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to handle myself, right? I know that if I did it, all of that would disappear because it'd be like, oh, well, this isn't that bad.
Yeah.
I get it. You know what I mean? I have hand-eye coordination. I know how to use my feet and my hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could figure this out and I would be okay. It's the lead up to it that's got all
you're getting yourself all psyched out.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's the same thing with everything in life.
Well, let me just tell you this. I've never been nervous about riding ever until that class. And that class is supposed to help you with that. I've never been nervous ever until I got all these dudes sitting there watching.
Like,
and then I'm like, and they put me on a Honda Monkey. You know what I mean?
I wish I had video
I could
of that,
have
bro.
put that thing in my pocket.
I want to know how you did the stop and drive with that.
Yeah.
I want to know how you did it. I want to see.
Oh
it.
man, I stopped and I took off real quick.
You talked about the instructor like stopped. It was like,
Yeah, never put his feet down. Never put his feet down. Stopped and turned, looked at us. He's all nice, smooth stop like this. And then you want to take off nice and gentle, and then just took off. And I'm looking at his feet the whole time like,
this mug is a baddie, dude.
yeah, dude, what the? And then just took off. And I was like, I mean, immediately I'm like, I can't. I start worrying about putting my feet down. I never thought about it until that day. And now I catch myself doing it all the time. I'm like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Dog walking.
duck walking the shit out of this thing, man. I never thought about it ever.
Yeah.
And now it's like lives in my head. And it's like, dude. But I pulled up, like, stopped, and took off.
There was no nice, smooth, nothing.
It was not smooth, and it was not gentle. It was, well, of course, it's on a Honda Monkey. How aggressive can it be? If it had been on mine, though, it probably would have been real aggressive. You know what I mean? But I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah. But that's what I'm getting at. Like, it's funny how all this whole thing kind of comes around. And it's like, you know, I have a problem with not only, like, I have a real problem with not wanting to be an inconvenience to people. You know what I mean? Because I shouldn't be a burden to you, right? I should never be a burden to you. At the same time, bro, what are freaking friends and brothers for, right? Like, what is relationships about if you can't, and not that you're trying to be a burden.
Okay,
but
so let me ask you this. In the process of not trying to be a burden,
I'm probably becoming more of a burden.
Well, if you would have called and been like, hey, bro, you got time today? Do you think I would have been like, no? I'm like, shit, dude, yeah, hell yeah. hadn't been thinking about it. Yeah. I told you that day I rode by your house. I was like, as I was riding by, I was like, damn, today would have been a good day.
Yeah.
It's not that, it's unintentional. It's just like, damn.
Yeah.
Today would have been a good day.
Yeah, you have no idea how hard it was for me to ask you to come and look at the porch for me that day. I don't know why it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It's not because anything you've done. This is some bullshit I got to work out, right? But to ask, hey, do you have free time to come by I'm like over here like.
I was like, yeah, I'm looking for an excuse to get the motorcycle out, so I'll be over there. You're like, really? Oh, hell yeah.
And I was like, sweet. That was so easy after the fact. But
and then it's like
getting it done, it's kind of like, I can see myself like kicking the dirt and like, hey, would you happen to have some time for me? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know why it's like that. Why?
Okay, so first, you probably haven't had many people that you could ask to begin with. I feel like that's a pretty fair assessment.
That's
and then fair. Another assessment is you've probably asked once or twice out of the 3 maybe you've asked in your life, and someone's told you no, nah, or didn't show up, or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, rejection sucks, man.
Yeah, it does suck. It does suck. It's the worst feeling in the world, especially in a time of not necessarily need, but in a time of curiosity. Like when you're just like, man, just like, in an instant like that, it's not life or death, but your brain is like, man, I really want to do this. It's something that you like, you're developing a passion for something as we speak.
Yeah.
When we were talking about your patio. Like,
yeah.
Every time I develop a passion for something, it happens.
Yeah.
Not to say anything bad about you or your situation. The talent isn't there. You're developing a passion for something that you want to see happen, and you're not sure how to do it. So it's like,
I got to involve someone else.
Yeah.
And I don't know what
and
to
so
do.
The reach out is the hard part.
Yeah.
It's not, that was the hardest part of this whole thing. Next thing you know, you're going to have a patio.
Yeah.
The reaching out and asking was the hard part for you.
100%. It was hard. Very.
Yeah, that's the thing.
How stupid is that, though?
Hey, bro, you got 10 minutes to swing by? Like you asked, I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to be looking for a reason to get out anyway, so I'll be there.
It didn't even take you 10 minutes, bro. You were like, Yeah, we're gonna have to change this to a single bar. We're gonna do this.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, you need this, and this. Like,
Bring a quickie saw over here. We'll cut
I've been
this
looking
brick.
at this.
We'll
I've been
pour
looking
some
at this for
concrete.
3 weeks,
Bam.
going, I have no idea how we're gonna do this.
It's easy peasy. Easy peasy.
But I don't have the experience, the knowledge, the know-how.
But
you
that's
do.
that's what I'm saying. So like, the hard part for me, when I start developing a passion for something, the hard part for me is just getting motivated to do it.
Yeah.
It's not the knowledge, it's the motivation.
Yeah.
My wife is usually the motivation. That's when it's like, okay, I got this.
Yeah.
It's the same for you. It's the lack of knowledge that kills what's going on.
Yeah. If I don't,
So the
understand
hardest
it, I have a
part
hard
for you
time.
is to reach out. Like, oh man, I don't know. But then once you reach out and you realize, oh hey, I go over there. I'm like, yeah, I just take a quickie saw, cut that, tear that out, pour the concrete right there. We'll take this column out. We'll put a single 6x6 column up. We're gonna take this down. We're gonna patch that up, and you're like, oh really? You probably have $300 worth of material to buy.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to actually this Saturday start working on buying materials because that was my thing. Like, I have to have it before you can even start, right? You have to have the material to start. And I'm like,
so start with the concrete first. Let's get some Satcrete. It's not a very big area. We're not going to we'd never be able to get a concrete truck over there for that ever.
No.
Get some Satcrete. I got rebar. Get that first because we get a wild hair up our ass. We'll saw cut that brick. We'll tear that down and we'll pour the concrete. After that, easy peasy lemon squeezy, baby.
The half wall's an easy day.
Yeah,
That's
that's the worst is the saw cut the brick and tear that out. The concrete, everything else is easy peasy.
Yeah, 100%.
Not a single F will be given after that. I promise. It'll be like, yep, here we go.
It is refreshing. I will say this to kind of wind that down. It is refreshing to have been able to reach out and ask for the time. I wanted to do the same thing about the whole motorcycle thing. I don't know what the apprehension
was. I get it though.
I don't know what the apprehension was.
I get it.
I think
where things could have been different is if I'd have reached out, like I said, that Saturday that I rode by your house. As I was riding by your house, I was like, man, this would have been a good day. Man, this would have been a good day for him to come ride.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was at that point I realized. I didn't realize it until I was riding by your house, and I was like, And then I was like, yeah, I rode by your house. She's like, you should have stopped. I was like, dude, I felt like a douche because I could have had you out riding with me.
Right. I think grand scheme of things, for me, I think things work out the way they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Right. And I think maybe now wasn't the right time for me. Right. Doesn't mean, like you said that day, I was like, I let my opportunity pass. And you're like, doesn't mean it's the last opportunity, right?
Yeah.
It's not the last opportunity.
No.
There's going to be others. And the more I want to, the more I'll create the opportunity.
Yeah.
Right. It goes back into everything we've been talking about.
Here's something that I can tell you. We talk about opportunity and seizing the opportunity all the time.
Yeah.
We talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
We started the show off with talking about making sure your circle fits your happiness.
Yep.
All those things matter. All those things matter immensely. When it comes to something as simple as riding a motorcycle, dude, you don't have to make any adjustments.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy one.
Yeah.
You just got hey, come ride it. We're talking an hour of your time. The fact that it didn't happen is not your fault nor mine. It's a lack of communication on both parts. It very easily could have happened.
100%.
Very easily could have happened.
100%.
And you'd be free right now. So free. That's why I played that video for you.
I know.
It's actually makes sense once you hear it.
And there's a level of, to me, there is a level of there's this desire to get there now. Right.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of like craving getting to that.
Okay. So now what you're doing is
But I don't want to ride yours.
I won't let you ride mine. I will not let you ride mine. No, sorry. I love you, brother. I'd take a bullet for you, but you cannot ride my bike.
I love that too. I love that too.
I will. I'll take a bullet for you, bro, but you're not getting on my bike. You can get on it, but you're not riding it.
You can sit it. That's as far as it goes.
Yeah, no.
Oh, wow.
And but it goes for anybody.
Yeah,
it goes for everybody. Okay, so
I don't take any offense to that
no.
at all.
Well, but here's the thing. The silver one.
Yeah.
That was the bastard child for me. That was the one that, okay, look, it had been a while. It was kind of a fluke deal. I kind of just came into this one.
Yeah.
And I used it long enough to realize that this ain't going to work for me.
Yeah.
And then got mine.
Yeah.
And then at that point, the silver one is like, I really didn't care what happened with it. You know what I mean? That's why I was like, bro, what's going to happen? You're going to drop it? Who cares? I don't care. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if that one gets dropped, I'm going to cry, dude.
Yeah,
it's going to be devastation. You know what I mean? I care more about your health and your physical well-being, but I would be really, really pissed off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
and
I
I don't want to put that kind of stress on a relationship.
Yeah,
when all I had to do was say, "No, bro, you can't ride my motorcycle."
No. And I personally would never take offense to that because I totally understand. Like, it's just like letting somebody. Okay, so I love guitars and stuff like that. That'd be like, oh yeah, you can borrow my guitar and then never getting it back. You know what I mean? No,
The fear of that
would break my heart because I love every one of
So
them.
here's the thing is once you get like, I'm not saying like I'm just like a total like the motorcycle guru. Like I'm not ate up with it. I ride once every couple weeks at best. Now, sometimes on a whim, I hot lap the neighborhood and bring it back because I don't have nowhere to go. It's short notice. She's in there getting ready for dinner or whatever.
Just need a minute.
And she'll hear it fire up and she'll hear me take off. And then in less than 5 minutes, I'm back. She's like, where'd you go? I'm like, I just test ride, whatever. But it's enough that it's freeing. It's stress relief.
Yeah.
And I showed you the video and that explains it all. I ride it to see my dad. I do things like that. Like there is meaning behind it.
Yeah. It's like
your guitar, same way. It's something like if something was to happen, it was because she asked me. So I got this lump growing on the back of my knee, and it's starting to get painful. So I went to the doctor today.
Okay.
And I got it now. That's like, oh, we got to do a sonogram. We need to do a soft tissue sonogram. We got to find out what's going on. We'll look at the results of that. We'll decide if we need an MRI, blah, blah, blah. Because it's making it hard. Like if I sit with my knee bent for too long, it's hard for me to straighten it. Well, she's like, well, what if they tell you that you can't ride your motorcycle anymore? I was like, that's the back brake. I don't need that one. I need the shifter in the front brake and I'm good. I can let that leg just hang off and drag the pavement if I have to. I don't care.
You don't have to sacrifice, right? But it's interesting how this conversation went, to be honest with you, because it's not
It went real out there pretty quick. But at the same time, we always talk and sometimes it may seem like it's just like gibberish or BS to people. It's really not. It's a lot of things that, us as men go through.
Yeah. There's a purpose behind every single thing that we're talking about.
Yeah, dude.
Just because we're chopping it up doesn't mean it doesn't have intent and there's not purpose.
And it's like you put the metaphorical aspect into it. No, like not everybody rides motorcycles. Everybody has a passion. Some people have a passion for golf. Some people have a passion for shooting.
Yeah.
Some people have a passion for guitar playing. Some people have a passion for playing the drums. Some people have a passion for singing. The moral of the story is your passion.
Yeah.
Make sure that as a person, you are number one, like I said from the beginning, you are in charge of your own happiness. Yep. You are the dictator of your happiness. Nobody for someone to say, oh, they make me so happy. No, they don't. The feelings you have when you're with them make you happy because that same person can make you the most miserable person ever.
Yep.
Look, that's why people get divorced.
Yep.
Or
100%.
people kill people. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a thing.
Yep.
Focus on your happiness, and the people around you will be happier.
Yep. Oh yeah, the happier.
Yeah.
How much better do you think you treat people the happier you are?
Well, everybody's your friend. Everybody's like,
you got to accommodate your happiness and accommodate
First.
your relationships,
First,
right?
yes.
And look, that doesn't mean neglect everything else. It just means those are central and prioritized, right? And guess what? When you figure those things out and you're accommodating your happiness and you're free, right? And you're accommodating your relationships and you don't feel pressure, all those other things, you still have time to love other people.
Let me tell you where you get the most out of helping yourself with your own happiness. Get yourself a relationship with God.
Amen, brother.
Because everything gets simple at that point. Yep. Everything gets simple. When you can like humble yourself in the shower and be like, man, listen, God, I am not the man that I need to be right now. I need you to rebuke all voices in my head that aren't yours. And I need you to come into my life right now. And you can accept that. And you know, like, okay, hey, like I told you, I've been going through some issues and I've been having some thoughts come in my head. And like I told her, I said, hey, I need you to help me too. Not for her to make me happy, but for her to help me keep the negative things out of my head.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah. I don't need you to support my bad feelings.
Yeah.
I need you to rebuke those bad feelings.
I need you to be like, hey, dude, you're a child of God. We have I feel like my marriage is 100 times stronger than it's ever been right now. But we pray together. Before we eat, we pray together. We send each other Bible verses every day. Like we are single-handedly becoming God-centered. And you know what that means? You know, you take the pyramid, and the closer that you get to God, the closer you get to each other. Like our marriage is getting so strong right now.
Yep.
It's not just a phase. It's been going on for several months now. Like there was a point there where it was like, okay, we've got to do something. Like it was like
oil
stalemate.
and water.
Yeah, it was like stagnant. Like it was like stalemate. Like we were just like,
Yeah.
neither one of us willing to give. And it was like we sat, we talked, not like a fight, not like there was turmoil. We just sat and we were talking one day, and we were sitting at the kitchen counter and we're actually having a couple adult beverages together, you know, and we're sitting there talking. And it's like, man, you know, like we need to do something. Like we need to do something for us, like to make us closer.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, well, here's something we're not going to do. We're not going to go to bed without saying goodnight, I love you anymore. Because sometimes it just happened, not intentionally. It was just like we lay down, we're watching TV, nothing. Wake up the next morning, it's like, dang, I didn't give her a kiss goodnight.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to do that no more.
Yep.
We're going to say a prayer, no matter who's with us, every time we eat dinner. So it doesn't matter who's here. It doesn't matter what we're doing. It doesn't matter the events. It doesn't matter what's been going on. Say a prayer, eat dinner. We're going to pray for each other, and we're going to pray with each other.
Yep.
Those small things right there just...
You're talking about what, 1 degree shifts?
Yeah.
Right? How many times have we talked about?
1/16 of an inch.
1/16 of an inch down the straight of
Yeah,
the floor.
1/16 of an inch over a foot still looks straight. But 1/16 of an inch over 800 miles
is a massive
is
difference.
200 miles of leeway there. You know what I mean?
Massively different. And yeah, that's I think that's what all of it's about, man. It's about identifying it and being honest with each other, being honest with yourselves, and making the adjustment and having the courage to make the adjustment, right? Like, it's not easy to do this stuff sometimes. You know what I mean?
No.
Like I said, like reaching out to you to ask you to, hey, can you sacrifice a few minutes?
Dude, sorry, I'm trying to find my joke.
That's hilarious. Just reaching out to ask you, hey man, would you take some time to come see me today and look at this so I can get some material together? it's stupid to me that it was hard to ask you to do that. Because I know our relationship's better than that. It has nothing to do with you. This is 100% me, right? It's stupid that was hard. But it was, and I did it, and I felt better after doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It makes you realize talking about it out loud like this. It
Makes
really
you realize
makes
how stupid it was not to.
yeah, 100%. Because I'm like, I could have asked you a month ago, and this would already be done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I didn't because of why?
Hard-headed
And scared. Well, and scared of nothing. You know what I mean? That's the uncharted territory part of the relationship thing that I have, right? With, like, I haven't had close friendships, and you know what I mean? I haven't had that in my life. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about my blood brother and I for my birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we didn't get to do anything for your birthday, but it was because I was not in town.
he was the first one to reach out.
Yeah, I was calling you and texting you. I texted you the whole happy birthday song.
He did. He said, "Happy birthday to you."
Yeah,
I could hear it in my head.
yeah. I was drunk, dude.
It was about 12:15.
Right. Well, that's 12:15 is when I sent the text.
Yeah.
I was arguing with everybody's like, "What are you doing?" Because I was like, "Shut up." Everybody's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "I gotta call my brother-in-law." And I was, it probably took 5 minutes after I realized it was past midnight to get that phone call out, and then it was.
I woke up the next morning and was like, "Oh shit, I missed his call."
Yeah,
but
you already knew what time it was too.
I knew exactly what was going on at that point. And I was like, "But you know what? Hey, appreciate that. I really do appreciate that." And it, in a moment where it was easy to forget, you didn't, and I appreciate that.
Well, I just have one question for you.
Oh Lord, what question you got for me, brother?
Did you hear about the naked guy that sat in a pile of glitter?
No, I didn't hear about this.
Pretty nuts, right?
Yeah, they were. Silver and gold, baby. Dang it. You hung around on this topic of like decluttering your life a little bit. I've got one in here if I can find it. That kind of makes sense to that.
Can you hear my cup breathe every time I take a drink?
I don't hear it breathe. I hear
Dude, it
ice.
whistles. It's like, yeah. There's a little wheat pole right here that lets the air in. It breathes. I do. When we get done, I'm gonna do it for you, and you're gonna hear it. And you're gonna be like, "What the hell?"
I'm sorry. I gotta find this one because I think it's the right quote. I just don't know who it is. I was like, what am I hearing?
It's my chair. Need some oil.
Here it is. It's not quoted to anybody. It says, what?
I've been doing this. I've been doing this for like 7 freaking minutes, dude. Like,
okay. So unquoted, it says, "What is poison? Anything beyond what we need is poison. It can be your food, your ego, your ambition, vanity, fear, anger, or whatever."
Even too much of a good thing is a bad thing.
Yeah. I think the reason it stood out to me today was just that idea of like managing your happiness along with your relationships. It doesn't have to be all this grandiose thing. You know what I mean? It can be very
dude,
simple.
you got to have the trials and tribulations. I mean, or you will never appreciate the blessings.
Yeah. It's all about managing expectations and managing where you're at in life. You know what I mean? Like you've said 4 or 5 times tonight, and we've probably said it 100 times on this show. Like, my happiness is not your fault or your responsibility. Yeah. That's my job. Just like it's not your wife's job.
Yeah. Also, another quote that goes hand in hand with that is, "My actions do not make you miserable. your reaction to my actions are
Yep.
what makes you miserable.
Yep.
And it goes the same way for happiness.
And more likely than anything, when it comes down to the creating the unhappiness in me and my reaction to it, it's the fact that I'm not willing to express them.
Yeah.
That causes the unhappiness.
Nobody.
If I would just get it off my chest and say, you know what, man, bro,
piss on you.
I didn't
dude, what
expect
the
you
hell?
to do that to me because
why
I
would
thought
you
we
do
were
that?
in a different place than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's 100%.
Yeah,
right.
but most of the time, it's the uncomfort of losing that relationship where you don't call someone out. How many times have you let someone slide because you're worried about losing that relationship?
Yeah. We gotta have
100 times. I've done it 100,000
I guarantee
times,
it.
probably not 100,000, but I've done it at least 100 times.
100.
I've
Yeah,
not
easy.
called someone out just because I didn't want to have to deal with the comfort of losing that relationship,
The discomfort.
whether it be
yeah.
a spouse, a friend, whatever.
We should have some confidence.
Yeah.
And I guess
The forging process, forging is uncomfortable. It's heat and beat. Anybody that's ever seen a video of someone forge something, look at how extreme that is. It's one extreme to the other, one extreme to the other, one extreme to the other, one extreme to the
and
other.
then we take it from extreme hot to extreme cold.
Beat the piss out of it. Yeah. That's how you temper it.
And that's how they harden it.
Yes. Yes.
Man.
If you guys like what you hear, man, come support us. We're not asking for your money. We're just asking for your time.